steals the magic lamp that will allow Hansel and Gretel to save the princess's country, they're on the hunt for this crook.
He's running away! We have to run faster! Where is this man?
It can't be. I think we lost him. We need to find him.
While Hansel and Gretel were looking for the thief, they heard a voice, but they couldn't tell where it came from.
The thief sold your magic lamp to the junk dealer.
So you saw it. And where is the junk dealer?
That way. The last shop in the bazaar.
Thank you, Owl. Come on, Hansel. We must go. This is where it should be.
Look, the lamp is there.
How are we going to get it? I wonder whether the junk dealer will sell the magic lamp to us.
We don't have enough money. We can't buy that lamp.
So what are we gonna do?
We can say that the thief stole the lamp from us. If he believes us, he'll give it back to us.
I doubt it, but it's worth a try.
At that moment, they saw a woman clad in black enter the shop.
Where did this strange-looking woman come from?
I really like that lamp. I'll buy it.
Oh no! She's buying the lamp!
So the junk dealer sold the magic lamp.
Oh no! The woman took the lamp! What are we going to do?
Let's follow her!
What is that?
The woman is a witch!
We have to find a way to get the lamp back from that witch.
I hope the witch doesn't get the genie out of the lamp.
At that moment, the cute owl appeared before Hansel and Gretel again.
The person who took the lamp was the black-clad witch. She's very evil and dangerous.
Where does this black-clad witch live?
She lives in a castle in the desert. However, it is impossible to get there on foot.
So how do we get there?
Meanwhile, the witch had already reached her castle in the desert, but she didn't know that the lamp she had bought was magical.
It fits so well here. I'm glad I bought this beautiful lamp.
The witch took the cauldron where she prepared the potion.
I have to make a powerful potion to take over the palace of the cruel king so that I can rule this kingdom.
We must find a way to cross the desert.
While Hansel and Gretel were having a conversation, they saw the cruel king's soldiers arrive at the marketplace.
Soldiers, hide quickly! They must not see us!
I'm glad I found you. The king's soldiers are looking for you everywhere. I know you're trying to get rid of the cruel king and bring our princess back to the palace. I will help you.
Yes, but first we have to get the magic lamp back from the witch.
Let's get out of here before the soldiers see us.
Here's the potion that will make me a queen. For this, the king's palace and his country will be mine.
The witch drank the whole concoction in one gulp.
Magic sphere, magic sphere, show me the arrogant king.
However, what the witch had hoped didn't work.
Why didn't it happen? Why am I not in the palace? The potion didn't work! I almost broke my new lamp!
While all this was happening in the witch's castle, Hansel and Gretel were trying to get out of the city without being caught by the cruel king's soldiers.
We have to reach the city's exit. Let's go this way.
Soldiers are blocking the door. We can't get out.
Follow me. I know another way.
Come on, Gretel, quick!
Alas, they saw us. They're coming here.
We cannot escape. We must hide. Let's go this way.
They can't find us in the crowd. Hurry!
They quickly went into the chests and hid.
They're coming, Gretel. Don't make a sound.
One of the soldiers noticed something in the chest. Unfortunately, Gretel didn't realize her scarf was stuck.
Let me go! Help!
Oh no! They caught Gretel.
Run, Hansel! Run fast!
I will save you, Gretel. Don't worry. What I'm going to do now? How do I save Gretel?
While Hansel was watching helplessly, not knowing how to save Gretel, Owl came back to him.
They will throw your sister in the dungeon. You must save her before the soldiers take her to the palace.
I have to catch up with them first. But how?
Follow me. I know a shortcut.
Okay, let's catch up with them.
Let's see if Hansel is able to save Gretel from the soldiers. You can find out by watching our story, The Genie of the Lamp. When the cruel king's soldiers captured Gretel, Hansel set off to save her. The owl flew before Hansel and showed him the way.
Are you sure this is a shortcut?
Don't worry, we will be in front of them soon.
I hope you're right.
Hansel and the owl reached the end of the road and waited for the soldiers that had captured Gretel.
Here they come. We must find a way to stop them.
You can try the lock here.
Yes, we can block the road with this lock. It's not moving. It's too heavy.
Hansel, the soldiers are coming. You should hurry.
As he tried to push the log, Hansel suddenly had an idea.
Magic ball! Yes, it works! Hey, look! I'm here! Take this! Time to meet my magic ball!
When the soldiers looked at the magic ball, they immediately froze.
Gretel, let's get out of here!
Hansel! I knew you would save me, my dear brother.
I wouldn't have been able to do this without the help of our owl friend.
Thanks, Owl. I'm so glad to see you.
Now, we have to find the witch and get the magic lamp back from her.
The witch was still trying to make the potent potion she wanted.
Not again! I'm going crazy! If I can't master this potion, I won't be able to take the place of the cruel king!
Meanwhile, the cruel king was busy scolding his soldiers who could not catch Hansel and Gretel. The princess, the real owner of the palace, was looking forward to Hansel and Gretel bringing the magic lamp so that they could go back to the good old days.
We must find a camel. We cannot cross the desert any other way.
I know what will get you there quickly. Follow me.
Hansel and Gretel followed the owl once again. The owl then entered a cave.
That's your ride, right there.
How? A carpet will take us to the castle in the desert?
Yes, my friends, because it's a flying carpet.
Wow! A flying carpet?
A magician used to live in this cave. But the cruel king imprisoned him in the dungeon of the palace. Since then, this carpet has just stayed here.
You know everything, my dear friend.
Yeah, I know, even if a butterfly flutters its wings in this land.
That's very interesting, my owl friend. So how do we use the carpet?
Just sit on it and say, "Fly to Levi, carpet."
Fly to Levi Carpe! Take us to the witch!
The flying carpet took off and Hansel and Gretel started to move towards the witch's castle.
Here it is! Witch's castle!
What a spooky place.
It's over there!
Let's take the lamp and get out of here now.
Hansel and Gretel were just about to take the lamp and walk away.
What are you doing here, little ones?
Oh, the witch! Let's run!
Let's get in there, come on.
Do you think she saw us?
I don't know. I hope she didn't.
While Hansel and Gretel were waiting nervously,
Look who's here! So you were going to steal my lamp, huh? I'll throw you in that useless potion!
Hansel, we have to do something!
Shh, don't worry. The magic ball is with us. Let's wait for the right moment.
But first, tell me, why were you trying to steal only this lamp when there are so many valuables in my palace?
Hansel said the first thing that came to mind at that moment.
Oh, we got lost in the desert. We were just looking for water.
Is that so? You have dirtied my lamp with your filthy hands.
Oops! She awakened the genie of the lamp!
The witch couldn't believe her eyes when she saw the genie coming out of the lamp.
This is not good.
When the genie of the lamp said to the witch, "Make a wish and it'll come true," the witch was thrilled.
I have a genie that will grant my every wish. I don't have to deal with potions anymore. So that's why you were trying to steal the lamp.
It was already ours.
Of course it was yours.
The witch asked the genie to bestow her with the cruel king's potion and send him somewhere he could never return.
Now I will be the sole owner of the palace and the desert. Yes, genie, come on, grant my wish quickly.
The genie granted the witch's wish without hesitation.
There, it is done. No more cruel king, only the wicked witch.
Will Hansel and Gretel be able to escape the witch's grip and regain the magic lamp? You can find out by watching our story, Return of the Princess. Prince Harry gifted a beautiful painting kit to his beloved wife Rapunzel.
These are wonderful. I should paint something right away.
Rapunzel and Hero went to the waterfall forest to paint a landscape.
This place is perfect. My painting will be marvelous.
I bet it will, Rapunzel.
So you're in the waterfall forest. Now I've got you.
The witch hated Rapunzel because she had rescued Hero from her barn.
You'll see what I'm capable of. You'll pay for what you did.
It looks great. I didn't know that you were so talented.
I'll give this picture to the prince. I hope he likes it.
While Rapunzel and Hero were talking, a carriage approached.
Hello, beautiful girl. This forest is dangerous, so you should be careful. Really? What do you mean? Look into my eyes and you'll understand. Ah, you're the witch? I've got you. Don't you ever give up? Why can't you leave us alone? Never. I have a few surprises for you, but you must be patient.
When Rapunzel and Hero saw the witch's castle ahead, they got nervous.
What is she going to do to us?
We must find a way to escape. Escape? Think again. You will regret this. Prince Harry has probably started looking for us. No regrets. We're going to play a fun game together. You have to go through this mirror if you want to get out of here. Don't be afraid. Anybody can go through this mirror. You think we don't know this is a trap? The decision is yours. Choose the mirror or burn. Oh no, we will burn here. The evil witch trapped us here.
Rapunzel, the flames are getting closer. What are we going to do?
We have no choice. Let's go through it.
What happened to us?
When we went through the mirror, we shrank.
Oh no! Are we going to stay like this forever?
need to go through that mirror again if you want to be normal again. But this will never happen. Let's see if Prince Harry can find you.
Why are you so wicked?
Now, we will take a little trip.
Where is she taking us?
I don't know, but we need to get out of here.
Look, if that opening was a little wider, we could get out.
I can't reach it. Hooray! I got it. We need to jump before the witch notices.
It'll be dangerous as we might hit the ground before I get to spread my wings.
What? You're not going anywhere.
Oh no, she saw us.
So you're trying to escape?
The witch prevented Rapunzel and Hero from escaping. Instead, she sold them to a circus in town.
Take them. They could work for you for many years. But don't let them escape, or I'll turn you into a donkey.
I never imagined that I would end up working in a circus.
Don't lose hope, Hero. We'll get out of here.
Hey! We all want to get out of here. If we work together, we might succeed.
Okay, do you have a plan?
Yes, of course. The keys to all cages are in that closet.
But we're all locked in. It's impossible to reach.
No, your cage is smaller and the bars are thinner. And I have a rope.
What will the rope be good for?
The monkey shares his plan with Rapunzel and Hero.
I can't reach it. Extend it a little longer. Okay, I got it.
Tie it up firmly. Okay, now it's my turn.
We're almost here. Come on. That's too high for me.
You should climb on the table first.
Come on, Rapunzel, you can do it!
Yes, you did it. That's great. Friends, we're finally free. Let's all leave now.
All circus animals were free, and Hero too, of course.
Come on, Hero. Let's get out of here.
You are amazing, Rapunzel!
Rapunzel and Hero were about to leave when the wicked circus owner walked in.
What? It can't be! Where are you going?
Oh no! Hero, run! Hero, where are you?
Unfortunately, your friend couldn't escape.
No, that's terrible!
We can't really do anything.
I'm not leaving without my friend.
The circus owner was furious because his animals had escaped, so he put Hero in a jar and gave it to a despicable man.
The circus owner is selling Hero to a man.
That man is a broker. He sells valuable and peculiar things to collectors for a lot of money.
I need to save my friend. Can you help me?
You saved my friends and me. Now it's my turn to help you.
Okay then. Let's go after the broker.
Let's see if Rapunzel can save Hero from the broker. You can find out when you watch our next story, The Evil Collector. The tiny version of Rapunzel and the monkey from the circus followed the broker closely to save her friend Hero.
I wonder where he's taking Hero.
I guess he's going to the city, where he can find wealthy customers.
He's getting away. Can't you go faster?
I'm doing my best.
When the broker stopped to fill his canteen with water, Monkey and Rapunzel caught up with the carriage.
He stopped next to the fountain.
This is our chance.
Hero is in the carriage. How do we save her?
You save your friend while I stall the guy.
Yes, let's try it.
Haha! Bullseye! Catch me if you can! Haha! Take this!
I'm coming, Hero. I will save you.
Rapunzel, I knew you'd come to save me!
Yikes! I can't open it. It's so tight.
Oh no! The broker is coming back!
Rapunzel was so close to opening the jar and saving Hero.
Yes, I did it. Come on, quick. Come on, Hero. Fly.
Rapunzel, hurry up! The broker is coming!
Let us go, you wicked man!
Oh no! He got them both!
Now you got caught trying to save me.
Don't worry, Hero. We'll find a way out of here.
Even if we get out of here, how do we get back to normal?
Remember what the witch said?
If we go through the magic mirror again, we will return to our normal size.
Let's focus on getting out of here first, and we'll take care of the rest later.
The monkey followed them as the broker made his way to the city.
I promised Rapunzel that I would save them.
The broker took Rapunzel and Hero to a collector in the city.
Well done. These are the most precious things you've ever brought me. A finger-sized girl and her unicorn. These are the most interesting creatures I've ever had.
I am the princess of this country. My name is Rapunzel. Let us go.
So you're the princess of this country? That's interesting. A finger-sized princess.
She's right. You must take us to the palace immediately.
Enough. You are not going anywhere. I will present you as the most precious pieces of my exhibition. When my guests see you, they will be amazed.
The monkey watched the men through the window and tried to figure out what was going on.
So you sold my friends to this collector. You'll see now. Take this. Huh? Let this be a good lesson to you.
The collector took Rapunzel and Hero to the exhibition hall of his house.
Hello, my pets. I brought you new friends.
Oh no! He has these poor animals in cages just like us.
If we get out of here, we'll have to save them too.
Of course, we'll all get out of here together.
Suddenly they heard a familiar voice.
Hello, my friends. Don't worry, I'm here to save you.
Monkey, I knew you'd come and save us.
I'm a monkey who keeps his promises.
So, what's your plan?
The keys to the cages might be in one of those drawers over there.
Where are the keys? I don't see them anywhere.
Monkey, look! The elephant is trying to tell you something.
He's pointing to the tortoise figurine.
Here it is. Thanks, elephant.
The monkey was about to save Rapunzel and her friends when they heard footsteps coming from the hallway.
Hide, quickly! The collector is coming.
Eat well so you can look healthy. Tomorrow my guests will come to see you. This one is for you, some fresh milk. Some oats for you too.
You shouldn't bother. We won't be staying here long.
Well, well, well. So what are you going to do? Run!
Wait and see.
Come on, get out before he wakes up. Whoop! Get out!
Come on, guys! We're out of here!
Oh, my head. What happened to me?
Rapunzel, hurry up! The collector is recovering!
What's going on? No! You can't escape! Stop! Come here! Where do you think you're going?
Let go of me! Help!
Let go of my friend, you wicked man!
My hand! If I catch you! Ouch! What is that? Get it out of my head!
How does it feel to be in cage? Come on, guys, let's go!
So everyone managed to escape the collector's house.
Monkey, thank you for your help.
First, you saved me. Then I saved you. Thank you, my kind-hearted friends.
Hero, we have one last thing to do now. Are you ready?
Yes! I can't wait to be normal again!
So let's go and walk through the witch's mirror again.
Good luck. I hope you make it.
Rapunzel and Hero set off immediately for the witch's castle. Let's find out if Rapunzel and Hero go through the witch's magic mirror and go back to normal. You can learn about it when you watch our story, End of Evil.
Once upon a time, in a small house there lived a young married couple. They were a very happy couple and were expecting a baby.
I know it's important for our baby to be healthy, but I do hope we have a daughter, my love.
Yes, I would love to have a daughter too. God willing, we'll have a daughter that will look like you.
The day of the birth was getting closer, and the young mother excitedly awaited the birth of her baby. Every day the mother would look out the window and over the high wall and admire her neighbor's garden filled with flowers and fruits. One day she noticed a yellow-leaf plant that she had never seen before.
I wonder what the name of that plant is. It smells wonderful. I'm sure it tastes amazing too. I have to eat that plant. I will go straight to my neighbor and ask her.
Without wasting any time, the young mother left the house. But she had no idea that her next-door neighbor was a cruel witch. She knocked on the door, unaware of the danger that awaited her.
Ooh. Hello, neighbor. The yellow plant in your garden smells amazing. I'm pregnant and really craving for it. Is it an edible plant?
Of course. I can give you a little. It tastes incredible and it's really good for humans.
Then it'll be good for my baby too.
Of course, dear neighbor. Especially for expecting mothers. But remember, because it's so valuable, you may only take one. Everything is going just as I planned. The young woman finished eating the piece she had taken as soon as she got home, but she wanted to eat more.
Bring me more. If I don't eat it, I can't have this baby.
Don't worry. I'll do everything I can to bring you more of that yellow plant.
As night fell and it got dark, the helpless husband climbed over the tall wall and took the plant that his wife wanted. This went on for some time. Every night, the young man secretly entered the garden, but he was uneasy about entering his neighbour's garden without permission. The bad witch had actually grown this plant to set up a trap to them. She knew that her neighbour was expecting a baby and that she would definitely crave for this with its smell. She had her eye on the baby for a long time. She was going to take the baby one way or another. One evening, as the man entered the garden again, the witch caught him red-handed. She now had the appearance of a witch. She was very ugly and was extremely scary-looking. The poor man was frightened.
Please forgive me. My wife is pregnant and she can't stop eating this plant. I was forced to do this because you said she could only take one. I know this is wrong, but if she doesn't eat it, I'm afraid that my wife will die. I'm in a very tough situation.
I'll accept your apology only with one condition. You must give me the baby that is to be born. If not, I'll destroy all of you. The man had to accept this condition. When the time of the birth arrived, a beautiful baby girl was born. The witch went to their house immediately. Her name shall be Rapunzel. You shall raise her until she turns 1. In exactly 1 year, I will come and take her from you. The helpless couple accepted. When Rapunzel turned 1, the witch came and took the crying baby away from her mother and father and locked up the baby in a tower in the middle of the forest. She was going to raise the baby there. Many years passed. Rapunzel was now a beautiful young girl. As she had never cut her hair, it was several meters long. Her hair was golden blonde. She had deep green eyes. Whenever the witch went to the tower, she would call out to her. "My dear blonde-haired girl, I'm here. Let your hair down." Rapunzel would throw her long braid down, and the witch would climb up to the tower using her hair. She had a wonderful voice. She sang all day long until nightfall. Her voice echoed across the forest, and all the birds would fly to the window to listen to her. Birds were her only friends. One day, a prince was wandering around the forest. When he heard Rapunzel singing, he wondered where this marvelous sound was coming from. As he followed the direction of the sound, he approached the tower and realized the voice was coming from there.
I must meet the girl with this amazing voice. I wonder how I can go up this tower.
As he desperately walked round and round the tower, he suddenly saw a witch calling to the top of the tower. He hid behind a tree at once and watched. "My dear blonde-haired girl, I'm here. Let your hair down." Rapunzel let down her braided hair, and the witch climbed up to the tower.
I found how to go up the tower.
Having waited for the witch to leave, the prince now called out to the tower, impersonating the voice of the witch.
My girl, please let down your beautiful blonde hair again. I forgot something up there.
I'm letting it down right away, Mother.
With one swift move, she let down her hair again. The prince climbed up the tower using her hair and met Rapunzel. It was the first time in her life that the beautiful girl was seeing another person.
Ah! Who are you? Why are you here? Where is my mother?
There's no need to be afraid. I'm the prince of this country. Your wonderful voice brought me here. to come up here. I had to impersonate your mother's voice.
Rapunzel, who at first was very frightened, slowly realized that he wasn't a bad person. The prince was already charmed by her beauty. Days and months passed by. The prince was coming to the tower every day. When they spent time together, they didn't realize how fast the time passed. Then he finally proposed to Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, I want to live with you for the rest of my life. Will you marry me?
Of course I'll marry you.
I must now return to the palace.
I will try and find a solution to get you out of here at once.
Rapunzel was very excited that she would finally see the outside world once she married the prince. She was so bored of living alone in the tower for all those years. He held Rapunzel's hair and headed down the tower. Unfortunately, the witch was there too and saw the prince. She immediately understood what was going on. She raged with anger. As Rapunzel was pulling her hair back up again, the witch held onto it and climbed up. She was so annoyed and furious.
What's going on? Who's that just left? I've been hiding you up here to protect you from evil, but you've been talking to strangers and making friends with them.
He's the prince of this country. He asked for my hand in marriage, and I accepted. I'm so happy, Mother. I was waiting for you to come and tell you all about it.
What? What nonsense is this? I'll show you.
The witch was so angry that with a pair of scissors she cut Rapunzel's long hair short as can be. And with her magic, she then sent her to a very faraway country. When the prince arrived at the tower the next day, he had no idea that the witch was waiting for him in the tower.
Hi, Rapunzel. I'm here. Let down your hair, please.
The witch let down the long braid that she had cut from Rapunzel's hair. When the prince reached the window of the tower, the witch was there to meet him. He was terrified the moment he saw her.
What a surprise, huh? You thought you were going to be able to take my girl away who I've hidden for years?
As the witch let go of the braid, the terrified prince found himself on the floor. He fell on top of the bushes, but since he hit his head, he was blinded. Rapunzel was ever present in the prince's mind. So mounted on his horse, he searched for her everywhere. He swore that even if he had to go to the end of the world, he would find her. He searched and searched and searched for a very long time. Finally, one day, he heard a song. The voice was familiar to him.
This is Rapunzel's voice. I finally found her.
Galloping on his horse, he headed straight towards the sweet voice. He came to the door of the house Rapunzel was staying in.
Rapunzel, I'm here. Open the door.
I can't believe it. Is it really you?
As Rapunzel opened the door, she cried when she saw the prince. She cried so much that her tears fell on the prince's face as he was kneeling. Her tears were miraculous, joyful tears. Suddenly, the blind prince opened his eyes. They hugged each other joyfully and celebrated this miracle. The prince was finally able to propose officially. They returned to the palace and started preparing for the wedding. Upon their return, Rapunzel and the prince looked for her real parents so they could share their news. They were incredibly happy to be reunited with their daughter after all these years. They had a beautiful wedding and they all lived happily ever after. Once upon a time, there lived a family who had a daughter named Cinderella. They were a very happy family. However, once their kind-hearted mother suddenly passed away, their happiness came to an end. Cinderella's father married another woman soon after. The woman had two spoiled and spiteful daughters. They were just as unkind as their mother. They all came to live in the house. Cinderella now had 2 stepsisters and a stepmother. Everyone loved Cinderella, who was incredibly kind and beautiful. She had long blonde hair, ocean blue-coloured eyes, and delicate feet and hands. Out of jealousy, the stepsisters made sure to make Cinderella's life miserable. They made her do all the housework and used her as the housemaid. Her only friend was a tabby cat. When she finished her chores, she would take her cat on her lap, sit by the fireplace, and tell him about her misfortune. She always told him how much she missed her mother. That's why Cinderella was nicknamed Cindercat. Unfortunately, soon after, her father died too. The stepsisters and stepmother gave Cinderella a room in the attic.
You can't stay on the same floor as us. You're better suited up there.
Please, let me and my cat get warmed up by the fireplace.
Only after we go to bed. The ashes of the fireplace should be enough for you. Your clothes are ripped and torn. We don't want to see you around.
Poor Cinderella accepted her fate. Every night she would sit next to the fireplace and try to warm herself with the cinders left in it. One day, a soldier stopped by their home to invite all girls who were of age to marry to a ball at the palace.
Our king is to leave his throne to his son. The only condition is for him to marry a suitable girl. How many girls are there in this house who are of age?
Joyously, the mother presented her own 2 daughters.
I have 2 beautiful girls.
Then who is that girl that I see in the kitchen wiping the floors?
She's a housemaid. How could we bring her to the palace?
It doesn't matter. I must write her name down as well.
Even if you write her name down, it won't matter. She has no clothes or shoes to wear. Go ahead, write it down.
Cinderella begged her stepmother.
Please, give me one of my sister's dresses, so I can come too.
No, you will not go. You will clean the floors until we come back. Do you think the prince will choose you over my daughters, the Cindercat?
The 3 of them mocked Cinderella and chased her away. Finally, the day of the ball arrived.
Ooh!
All dressed up, they went to the ball and left Cinderella behind. Cinderella cried hopelessly. Right at that moment, a glowing fairy appeared before Cinderella.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the ball.
Who are you?
I'm the good fairy who helps kind-hearted girls. Your mother has sent me here to help you. She is watching over you from above. Let's get to it. Find me a large pumpkin and 6 mice.
Cinderella did what the fairy asked of her right away. She brought the pumpkin, and the mice in her room, who were already her friends, came running to help. With the wand in her hand, the fairy turned the pumpkin into a fantastic carriage. 4 mice into white horses, 1 mouse into a coachman, and 1 into a footman. Finally, it was Cinderella's turn. The fairy touched her head with her wand and turned her into a wonderful princess.
Remember, don't stay past midnight. The spell will break after 12 o'clock. You must leave the ball before 12. Good luck.
Cinderella got in the carriage and went straight to the palace. As soon as she entered the ballroom, everyone stared at her and held their breath. They were curious to learn who she was. She must be a princess from another country. They asked themselves, Who else would arrive in such a magnificent carriage and wear exquisite jewels? The prince, who saw Cinderella, came up to her immediately.
My lady, will you dance with me?
With pleasure, His Royal Highness.
It was love at first sight. The prince danced with Cinderella all night. The king and queen also really liked Cinderella. This girl would suit us and our palace as well. She's noble and beautiful. We have found our bride. All the other girls at the ball, including the stepmother and stepsisters, were huffing and puffing with jealousy.
Where do you come from? Where do you live? What's your name?
Time passed by really quickly. Cinderella, who saw that it was almost 12 o'clock, left the prince unexpectedly and ran out of the palace. As she hurried down the palace stairs, she lost one of her glass shoes. But because she was in such a hurry, she left it behind, got in the carriage, and went home. At exactly midnight, everything turned into what it was before. The prince, who had run after Cinderella, was in complete shock. He hadn't been able to catch up to her, but he found her glass shoe on the stairs. When Cinderella came home, she was surprised at what she saw. The house was sparkling clean. There was even a hot soup brewing on the stove. The fairy had sorted this out too. When Cinderella went to her room, she was very sad.
But what now? I'll never be able to see the prince again.
Don't worry. Everything will be okay.
Meanwhile, the prince thought only about the beautiful girl who had run away from the ball.
I must find her. I will take no other as my queen. Tomorrow we will try this shoe on every girl's foot that attended the ball last night and across the city. If the shoe fits someone, then that girl will be my queen.
The next day, soldiers walked door to door and asked all the girls who had attended the ball to try on the glass shoe. Everyone wore the shoe with excitement, but it didn't fit anyone. Finally, it was time for Cinderella's home. Everyone was incredibly excited. The stepsisters spent hours massaging and creaming their feet in order to shorten them. And they locked Cinderella in the attic. Yet, the shoe didn't fit either of the sisters' feet.
Come on.
Just as the soldiers were about to leave, they heard a sound from upstairs. Cinderella had managed to catch their attention by knocking down a cupboard.
What's that sound? Who's upstairs?
The house cat. There's no one.
No cat can make such a noise. Don't lie. Let's go upstairs and have a look. Immediately.
They got Cinderella out of the locked room and asked her to try on the glass shoe. The shoe fit perfectly. Cinderella showed them the other pair. The soldiers knew that they had found the princess and ran to the palace to deliver the good news. The prince joyously arrived at Cinderella's house and recognized her right away.
Will you marry me and be my princess?
Having received the answer as yes, he took her to the palace. Cinderella told him about everything that had happened to her.
Everything was fine.
They got married with a wedding lasting 40 days and 40 nights. The first thing Cinderella did was to have her tabby cat brought to the palace. They lived happily ever after, and the good fairy looked over them at all times. Once upon a time, Long ago, there lived a lumberjack with his children by the edge of a faraway forest. The son was named Hansel, and the daughter was named Gretel. The lumberjack's wife, the children's mother, had died, so they were going through very hard times. As they were also a very poor family, they survived only on the herbs and fruits that they collected from the forest. The children never complained about the situation and always tried to support their father. One day there was a knock on the door, and a woman holding a huge bottle of milk appeared before them.
I've come from the neighbour forest. My house burnt down and I have no place to stay. I've also brought a cow with me. If I give you this bottle of milk and the cow, could I stay with you?
The father and children happily accepted this offer. At least they were now going to have a cow that could give them milk every day. After some time, their father married this woman, yet their impoverished life continued. One night, as the children went to bed, husband and wife started arguing, but Hansel was secretly listening to them.
Look at us. How can we feed the kids like this? I'm helpless. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I actually have an idea that could benefit us all, but I don't know if you'd accept. Tomorrow, let's take the kids to the forest and tell them that we're going to collect wood and we'll light a fire. Give each of them a loaf of bread and leave them there.
Don't be ridiculous. I love my children. How could I abandon them?
Don't worry. They're a lot older now. They can take care of themselves. When our situation gets better, we'll search for them. If not, all 4 of us will starve to death.
Hansel was a very smart child, so when he heard his stepmother's plans, he secretly left the house to collect pebbles. His mother that had passed away taught him this. She had told him that the shining pebbles at night will show you the way. In the morning, their stepmother woke the children up.
Hansel, Gretel, wake up! We're going to the forest. We need to collect wood for fire.
The first thing Hansel did when he woke up was to put the pebble stones in his pocket. As they walked to the forest, he secretly dropped the pebble stones to the ground. They headed all the way into the depths of the forest. When they stopped to rest, their stepmother and father lit a fire, put some bread next to them, and started to walk away.
Children, you rest a little by the fire. Me and your father will collect some wood and come back.
Their father was very sad, but helplessly he followed his wife towards the path home. He turned his head and looked at his children for the last time.
I will get my kids back at the first opportunity.
Realizing that their stepmother and father would not be coming back, the tired children fell asleep by the fire. When they woke up, it was very late and the moon was glowing brightly.
I'm so scared, brother. What are we gonna do? I don't think anyone's coming to find us.
Don't be scared, Gretel. The pebble stones I left in the moonlight shine brightly. We can follow them and go back home.
The children walked all night long, and finally they arrived at their father's home. The pebble stones had shown them the way. Their stepmother that opened the door stared in surprise.
What were you doing in the forest till this hour? We looked all over for you and couldn't find you. I bet you were being mischievous and hiding somewhere, weren't you?
Thus, pretending and fooling the kids. The father happily hugged his children.
Thank heavens you've come back. My eyes are swollen from crying all night.
But their stepmother wasn't giving up easily. Her only goal was to get rid of the children. She asked them how they had found their way back home, and Gretel told her everything one by one. Now that she knew how they came back home, she locked them in their room that night. That night, Hansel couldn't go out to collect pebble stones. The next day, they went to the forest again. This time, since Hansel didn't have pebble stones, while he was walking, he was dropping the breadcrumbs in his pocket onto the ground. The same thing happened, and the children waited by the fire once again.
I'm so scared, Hansel. It's very dark again. Let's go back home.
Don't worry. I couldn't collect pebble stones, but this time we'll follow the breadcrumbs that I dropped.
But when they set off, there were no breadcrumbs, because the birds had eaten all of them.
But where's all the bread?
They went in and out everywhere, but they couldn't find the way.
No way! What are we gonna do now, Hansel? Think of something, and I'm so cold.
Okay, Gretel, don't worry. First, let's find somewhere to warm up. One way or another, we'll find the way back home.
Both completely frightened and exhausted, they found a hollow tree and got inside to warm up. They fell asleep hugging one another. In the morning, they kept walking around the forest, not knowing where to go. 2 days passed by. Whichever way the kids went, they just couldn't find the way. Later, they saw a bird on a tree branch.
Oh, look! What a beautiful bird! It's as if it wants to say something to us. Do you think it'll show us the right way? Let's follow it.
It was a big, magnificent blue bird. The children, forgetting how tired they were, started following the bird. They saw that the bird had landed on the windowsill of a house.
Wow! What a beautiful house! It's as if the bird is calling us to come.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Let's go! We might find something to eat!
When they approached the house, they were completely baffled. It was a beautiful house made entirely of chocolate, cake, and candy. The windows were made out of cream, and the roof was covered in colourful candies. They started biting away at the house and tearing pieces off.
I'm going to tear off a little from the window side, Gretel. Delicious!
I'm curious about the candies hanging from the roof.
You should taste the doorbell, too.
This way, they filled their bellies with cake, sweets, cream, and chocolate.
Hey! Anyone there?
Yoo-hoo! We're here!
Helplessly, they decided to sit and wait by the door. A little while later, a sweet-faced, lovely woman holding a bag walked into the garden.
Oh, it seems I have guests. Welcome. My bluebird gave me the news a few minutes ago, so I came as fast as I could.
We're sorry. We've eaten a few things from your house without permission, but me and my sister have been really hungry for 2 days.
It's okay. My house is very special. The parts you have eaten grow back right away. Come on, go inside. You must be cold. Also, if you don't have a home, you can stay with me.
That night, she had them sleep in wonderful beds. And the next day, she prepared a delicious breakfast. Actually, this beautiful woman was an evil witch with treacherous plans. When she went to wake up the kids, Hansel and Gretel, who saw a horrifying witch in front of them, were screaming and wanted to escape from the room. But the witch captured Hansel and threw him in a cage and locked the door. She then threw Gretel into the kitchen.
Ha 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 ha! You stupid kids, you fell for my house made of candy. Go on then, cook the meals that you and your brother like. Get fat, so I can feel my belly more when I eat you. Go on and get started.
Since both children were incredibly clever, in order to not get fat, they only ate enough to survive. Gretel threw away the food on her plate when the witch was not looking, and Hansel hid the food in his jacket and trouser pockets.
Gretel, come here. Let's see if you've gotten any fatter.
The witch first picked up Gretel to check her weight.
You're such a skinny girl. You think that by staying like this, you'll manage to free yourself from me?
The witch pulled Hansel from his jacket.
But you could trick me, huh? I changed my mind. I'm not going to wait until you get fat. I'm going to cook you both in the oven today. Let this be your punishment. Ha 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 ha.
She was so furious that she kept banging herself into things while she was strangling around the house. Because the witch was actually blind. It was then that Gretel realized that the witch couldn't see. She was by the stove both crying and also planning on how they can escape.
Gretel, come here, quick. Take a look at the big oven in the kitchen. Tell me, is there enough wood inside?
The fire was burning hot, but Gretel tricked the witch.
The fire's about to go out, my lady.
Then throw in more wood. Quick!
That oven door is stuck. I can't open it.
What a useless girl you are. Skinny and useless. Here, it's this simple.
The witch then opened the oven door. The heat of the burning wood hit her face.
What's going on? You said there was no fire.
The witch stretched her hand out towards the oven to understand what was happening. Taking this opportunity, Gretel pushed the witch into the oven with all her might. When the old witch fell into the oven, she closed and locked the door. The witch's screams could be heard from all around.
Help! Help!
Gretel opened Hansel's cage and let him out. Both siblings hugged each other tightly. They were very happy.
My dear sister, well done! We're now saved because of you! Gretel, come on! Let's see if we can find something to use at home before we get out of here.
They wandered around the house together. There was a door to a room that the witch never allowed to be opened. When they opened it, they saw a chest full of jewels.
Let's fill our pockets right away. We'll have jewels instead of food this time.
They quickly got away from the house and entered the forest. It was as if all the paths were familiar. Finally, they saw their house from afar.
Father!
We're here!
The father that opened the door happily hugged his children. He was so happy.
Children, I have some news for you. Your stepmother got ill and passed away. I made a huge mistake by listening to her. Please forgive me. I've missed you so very much. I regret everything.
We've missed you too, Father. We missed our home and beds too. Now we can forget about everything and be together.
They took the jewels out of their pockets and gave them to their father.
Whoa.
Their father stared with surprise.
What are these?
We're no longer poor. We're rich.
Father, we have so much to tell you. You have no idea what we've been through.
That night they sat by the fire and chatted till morning. The bad days were left behind, so they all lived a happy and peaceful life. Once upon a time, there lived a carpenter named Geppetto. His wood carvings were very much appreciated by everyone. This carpenter, who was very skillful in his work, loved to make puppets from wood. His shop was filled with these puppets. Sometimes he would sell these puppets and sometimes he would gift them to children. His biggest wish was to have a child.
My dear God,
If only I had a child that could play with these toys I make. He could also be a companion to me in the long winter nights.
One day, he went to the forest. He was looking for the appropriate wood for the new puppet he was going to make.
This is just the wood I'm looking for.
He placed the log he had found on his shoulders and headed back to his shop and placed it on his counter. Got to work. Suddenly, he heard a sound.
Ow!
Oh. Where's this voice coming from?
He continued carving again.
Ow!
I think I'm dreaming. The sound can't be coming from the log. I must be imagining things.
Thinking that the voice had come from outside, Geppetto continued working. With great patience and thoroughness, he finished the puppet's head, body, arms, and legs. He was admiring his work.
What a beautiful puppet it turned out to be. But it needs clothes and shoes.
He dressed his puppet with the children's overalls and shoes that he had in the shop. It turned out to be such a lovely boy, he placed the puppet on his table.
Since I don't have any children, I can be friends with this puppet. I've even got a name for him. Yes, Pinocchio it is. Your name shall be Pinocchio, little puppet.
He started to clean his counter, but just then heard a sound behind him.
Good evening.
He turned around, but there was no one except the puppet. He continued cleaning.
Hello, Father Geppetto.
Suddenly, Pinocchio jumped from the table to the floor. He started wandering around the shop.
My God! Pinocchio the puppet has come to life.
Surprisingly, his eyes wide open, he was watching him. Pinocchio wasn't human, but he was talking, walking, and playing. Days and weeks passed. Geppetto was so happy. Pinocchio never left the carpenter's shop. He would help him with all his work, and at night, they would sit and chat by the fireplace.
Pinocchio, can you pass the saw?
Of course, Father.
Pinocchio, where are the nails?
Right here.
This way, they lived happily for a couple of years. It was time for Pinocchio to go to school. But they had no money to buy a notebook, a pencil, or a school bag for him. Geppetto had a watch that belonged to his father. He brought this watch to an antique shop, sold it, and gave all the money to Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, this is your money, but I'm giving it to you to buy the things you need for school. Go and buy yourself a notebook, a pencil, and a school bag and head straight to school.
Pinocchio put all the money in his pocket and headed for school. As he was looking at the shops on his way, people noticed him and were staring. "What a strange child with a wooden puppet look," they said. After some time, a huge colourful tent appeared before him. There was a crowd at the door, giving money and going in. With curiosity, he came to the door. There was a clown at the door making people laugh and taking the people who gave him money inside.
Sir, what is this tent? What's inside? Can I go in?
This is a circus. You can't go in if you don't have money.
He remembered the money in his pocket, which his father had given him to go to school.
I have money. Here you go.
He went in. Inside, there was someone on stage that was making the puppets talk and dance.
These These are puppets just like me.
With the happiness of seeing someone just like him, Pinocchio jumped onto the stage. The puppeteer that noticed him screamed in shock.
Oh my god, this puppet moves all by himself. I'm going to make so much money out of him. Hey, little one, come here. There's an amazing animal show inside. Do you want to watch?
Really? I sure would. Where? In this room?
Pinocchio, who believed the puppeteer, went into the room. But as soon as Pinocchio went in, the puppeteer locked him in the room. Poor Pinocchio was very, very sad and was crying.
What a big mistake I've made. I spent the school money. I also disobeyed my father, so now I'm in trouble. What am I gonna do now?
A good fairy that saw Pinocchio crying with regret entered through the open window and landed on the table in the room that Pinocchio was in. With her magical wand, sparkling wings and blonde hair, she was a beautiful fairy.
Ooh.
Hi, Pinocchio. Don't worry, I'm going to save you. But first you should tell me everything that's happened. But don't forget, you must tell me the truth.
My dad gave me money to come to the circus, but out of nowhere a man locked me in here.
Pinocchio, whose nose suddenly started growing, was in shock.
Oh, what's going on?
I told you that you need to tell me the truth, Pinocchio. If you lie, your nose will grow even longer.
Pinocchio apologized and told the fairy the whole truth. His nose immediately turned back to normal.
Pinocchio, you regret disobeying your father. Now I'm going to save you from here and give you back your money. Don't make the same mistake again.
You're such a good fairy. Thank you very much. I promise I won't do it again. It was my mistake to enter a circus that mistreats animals in the first place. I'm so ashamed.
The good fairy unlocked the door with her magic wand and took Pinocchio out of the circus. Pinocchio went on his way, singing as he headed to school.
La 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 la.
As he delightfully walked down the road, a sly fox and a crow appeared before him.
What kind of a kid is this? He looks really foolish. He probably has money in his pocket, too. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to school.
Well, you don't have a notebook, pencil, and a school bag. How can you go to school?
I don't, but my money is in my pocket. I'm going to buy them with this.
The fox and the crow looked at each other and started laughing mischievously.
This is the person we've been looking for. We can trick this dork easily. Oh, this is such a small amount. You can't buy all of them with this. But I know a shop where everything is half the price. If you want, give us the money. We'll run and get all of them for you in a snap.
Plus, you'll have some money left over too.
Oh, really? That would be great. Thank you so much. You're such great friends.
Okay, you sit under this tree and wait. We'll go and bring you what you need.
Pinocchio gave all his money to the fox and crow, sat under the tree and waited. He waited, waited and waited. After a long time, Pinocchio finally realized that he had been tricked. He was thinking sadly about what to do. Suddenly, the good fairy appeared before him again, fluttering her wings.
Haven't you gone to school yet? Why are you here? I hope you don't forget the last time. Please tell me the truth.
Ashamed of having his money stolen, Pinocchio lied again.
I dropped my money out of my pocket.
Pinocchio, whose nose suddenly started growing, was in shock again.
Oh!
I told you to tell me the truth, Pinocchio. If you lie, your nose will get even longer this time.
Pinocchio apologized and told the good fairy the whole truth. Once again, his nose turned back to normal.
Thank you very much. But I still don't have any money to buy a notebook, pencil, and a school bag. I'm so embarrassed.
Since you've told me the truth, the money is in your pocket. But don't lose it again.
As Pinocchio was walking and singing on his way, he suddenly came across the puppeteer from the circus. As soon as he saw Pinocchio, who ran away from the circus, he started to chase him.
Come here, you little naughty puppet.
Pinocchio, while escaping with fear, tripped on a stone and fell straight into the sea.
Help! Help! Help!
But because he was made out of wood, he didn't sink. As he moved his hands and feet in order to not sink, he realized that he was swimming. He liked it very much, so he swam, and swam. But that day, the sea was very wavy. The waves dragged him very far. He was so far out in the sea that he was sleepy from exhaustion, and since he didn't sink, he comfortably fell asleep on top of the water. When he woke up, he found himself in a dark place.
Hey, what's happening? Where am I? What is this place? Ew, it smells awful.
As his eyes got used to the dark, he realized that he was now in the stomach of a large whale. It turns out that a big whale had swallowed him. Geppetto was worried sick about Pinocchio, who still hadn't come back home. He went out to search for him. He asked everyone he came across.
Have you seen a small wooden boy pass by?
He came all the way to the seashore and asked the fisherman.
About an hour ago, a kid fell into the sea around here. He may be your son.
Please give me a boat. I'm going to go out to the sea. I need to find him.
The fisherman gave him a small boat. Geppetto got in the boat and sailed out to the sea.
Pinocchio, my son. Pinocchio, where are you?
The small boat couldn't fight the waves, and when it capsized and flipped over, Geppetto fell into the sea. The whale that had swallowed Pinocchio also swallowed Geppetto. He also didn't understand where he was in the pitch darkness, but Pinocchio saw him and started crying.
Father, you found me. I was so scared.
Pinocchio, my son, my son.
Forgive me, Father. I will never disobey you again.
Okay, Pinocchio, we'll talk about this at home. Now let's search for a way to get out of here.
Father, I'm going to try something. I hope we succeed. Good fairy! Good fairy! Can you hear me?
The waves carried his voice all the way to the good fairy's ears.
My God! This is Pinocchio's voice!
The fairy flew towards his voice and appeared inside the whale's stomach where they were.
Pinocchio, you are truly regretful, and I will help you one last time.
When she touched them with her magic wand, they found themselves at the shore. After that day, Pinocchio became a very smart kid. He always listened to his father. He was going to school and helping his father just like the old days. The good fairy tested Pinocchio from time to time. She knew that Pinocchio did not lie anymore and that he always listened to his father. She said, now is the perfect time, and one night she turned Pinocchio into a real child while he was sleeping. The next day, when Pinocchio woke up, he felt a little strange. His heart was beating and he felt blood flowing throughout his body. He was no longer made of wood, but was a real child. He ran straight to his father.
Father! Father! Look how much I've changed!
My God, my prayers have been answered. I now have a real son.
After that day, they lived happily ever after. Pinocchio was now a child to be proud of.
Kondosan,